Hey there, welcome back to the channel. In past videos, I've talked a lot about how having a regular sketching routine is essential for improving your skills, much like hitting the gym. You've probably heard me say that before, just like how consistent workouts help you get stronger, consistent sketching will help you get better as an artist. But today, I want to talk about another benefit of sketching that doesn't get discussed as much: the ability to relax and de-stress through your sketching sessions. Believe it or not, sketching can be a great way to unwind and recharge. Now, I know what you're thinking. If sketching is supposed to be so relaxing, why does it sometimes feel so hard to let go and just to enjoy it? I get it. It can be tough. Even though sketching has the potential to be a peaceful escape, many of us find it difficult to actually relax when we sit down to draw. In today's video, I want to share some steps you can take to shift your mindset and use sketching as a way to de-stress rather than something that makes you more anxious. The first step, and possibly the hardest, is learning to turn off your inner critic. If you're like most artists, you probably have that little voice in your head constantly judging your work, comparing it to others, or pointing out mistakes. While that critical voice can be a very helpful tool for improving your skills, it can also be a huge barrier to relaxation. When you're sketching to unwind, that inner critic needs to take a break. Letting go of self-criticism gives you the headspace to actually relax. You're not sketching to create a masterpiece here. You're sketching to enjoy the process, to explore new ideas, or maybe just to zone out for a little bit. Turning off the inner critic takes practice, but once you do, you'll find it much easier to focus on the pure enjoyment of drawing. This is a chance for you to free yourself from technical pressure and focus on what feels good in the moment. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. This is just drawing fun. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say that in my past videos, I've talked about how sketching is a great tool or a great resource for self-improvement in your sketching ability and in your technical ability. And that's true. I'm just saying, every once in a while, pick a couple of sketching sessions where you're not focused on technical improvement, but rather on just trying to enjoy the process and trying to enjoy the freedom and the feeling of sketching. Now, once you've quieted that critical voice, something amazing happens. You gain the freedom to explore. When you're not worrying about whether your work is good or bad, you create a space to experiment with new ideas, shapes, and subjects without fear of judgment. You don't have to stick to the usual rules or subjects you might normally draw. Maybe you've been wanting to try a completely different style or technique but haven't felt confident enough to give it a shot. Or perhaps you want to try drawing something totally out of your comfort zone, like abstract shapes, loose doodles, or surreal subjects. This is a perfect opportunity to give yourself permission to play around. You can break away from your usual habits and just see what happens when you try something new. This freedom is not only liberating, but it also encourages creativity and helps you break out of any artistic ruts you might be in. A couple videos back, I talked about how to not set expectations for your sketching sessions as a great way for you to enjoy the process and not get hung up on results. This is an extension of that idea. If you allow yourself the freedom to explore, what you're really doing is giving yourself permission for it not to be great. Exploration is messy. Exploration sometimes puts you in directions that you weren't expecting in. And it really sort of allows you to reset your expectations for your sketching. So one of the tips here is just to allow yourself, give yourself permission, and give yourself freedom to explore. One of my favorite ways to really loosen up during a sketching session is by doing quick gesture drawings. If you've never done gesture drawings before, it's basically a way to capture the essence of a pose or subject in a very short amount of time. The goal is to draw fast, draw messy, and draw wild. Don't worry about the details, just let your hand move freely and focus on the energy of the pose or the subject that you're sketching. Gesture drawing is perfect for breaking out of any stiffness or hesitation you might have while sketching. It loosens up your hand, your mind, making it easier to get into the flow. When you let go of perfection and just focus on capturing movement or form, you'll find that it feels freeing, and any creative blocks you are facing tend to melt away. It's not about accuracy or beauty. It's about letting go and letting your creativity flow. Another thing that I personally find incredibly soothing during sketching sessions is the simple, repetitive motion of drawing lines. It almost sounds too simple, but drawing basic lines or shapes over and over can have a really therapeutic effect. It's kind of like doodling. If you're not thinking too hard about what you're doing, you're not worried about creating something that's supposed to look good, the repetitive motion can be very common, almost like a form of meditation. Try sketching simple shapes like circles, squares, or waves. Focus on the rhythm of your hand movement across paper or screen. This kind of drawing can be surprisingly satisfying, and it helps clear your mind of any stressful thoughts or distractions. It's honestly a great way to warm up before jumping into more detailed sketches. I remember back in college, before a live drawing session, I would fill up a page just with circles and wavy, curvy shapes just to loosen up my hand and just get my mind into that mindset of free-flowing lines. Now, you can take this same practice and apply it to your subjects. It doesn't have to be circles, squares, or waves. You can apply the same sort of thought to drawing the arm, or drawing the leg, or drawing face, or drawing the eyes, and just being repetitive for it for a little bit to really loosen up, get your mind out of that technical aspect, and just really focus on your hand movement. Finally, when you shift your mindset and approach some of your sketching sessions with relaxation as the goal, you might discover something really important. You start to reconnect with the simple joy of creating. When we first started drawing as kids, it wasn't about getting everything right or making something impressive. We drew because it was fun, because it made us feel good, and because it was a great way to express ourselves. Over time, especially as we try to improve our skills or make art into a career, we sometimes lose that pure enjoyment. Sketching as a form of relaxation gives you a chance to rediscover that childlike joy in art. When you're not worried about what the final product will look like, you're free to just enjoy the process of making something, whatever that may be. And that sense of joy and freedom can carry over into other areas of your life too, helping you feel more relaxed and fulfilled overall. So, there you have it. A few tips on how to use sketching as a way to relax and unwind. Remember, sketching isn't just about improving your technical skills or creating impressive pieces of art. It can also be a way to clear your mind, explore new ideas, and reconnect with the joy of drawing. Whether it's turning off your inner critic, loosening up with gesture drawings, or just enjoying the therapeutic motion of sketching lines, there's absolutely no right or wrong way to relax through art. I hope these tips help you approach your sketching sessions with a more relaxed mindset, for at least for a couple of your sessions. And if you find that the drawing becomes a way for you to de-stress after a long day, then you're already winning. If you guys have your own thoughts or your own tips on how you use sketching as a way of self-improvement or relaxing, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep drawing.